Hello guys, in the previous video we talked about how search function works, how we can display the data according to our needs and using multiple parameters, search parameters. In this video we're going to talk about how to display charts. So to carry out analytics and such sort stuff. So charts are visually appealing and we should use charts as much as possible so that we can draw conclusion from the data we insert. So to do that, we're going to take help from external library. We don't need to too much worry about how to work on that library. We just need to copy and paste most of the code, and only we're going to work on the code where we're going to perform filtered query. So what we need to do is we need to copy and paste this folder Fusion charts, which is the name of the library, and paste it on our home page. So I'm going to leave uh, give you a link to download this. It's just small library that you need to put into your directory. And next we're going to include two files on our main on the page where we want to display the chart. So the first one is this one. Okay. So these two are the file. The This one and this one. This one specifies the folder name, and this one is the file name. And the rest of the file is picked up by these file as well. So after doing that, below over here, we're going to add the code for the chart. So this is the whole code. You don't need to worry too much about it for now. What I did, let me walk you through what I did. So first let's see if it works or not. So after refreshing, as you can see that it's working fine. It's displaying the data over here. And and let's see how this code actually works. So what I'm doing is I'm using simple select query. The column name is fruit, so this is the column name that we want to work on. I'm getting the fruit column from the fruits table, and we also want to group it. If grouping is necessary, if we want to display, for example, there are multiple number of rows, and we group them as one. Right now there is no grouping done, but if I, for example, say add another apple, then apple become two entries. We don't want to display uh, apple two times, but we want to display as one. So that's why grouping is done in the query. And then we're just using the MySQL query, and we're storing it in a variable, and then fetching the result into the array. And then below we specify the column, the chart type, and we supply with how much width and height. This is the width and this is the height. So if we change it, it will change according to what we need for you. For example, 80%, and then height for 400 pixels. If we refresh it, then it becomes larger. And the next is the chart one. So this is important to know how many which chart we are actually working on, because below you can see you need to paste this where you want to display the chart on your website. So this chart one it should be the same as this chart one. If it's not the same, then it will not be displayed correctly. And the style, and this is CSS, extra CSS. We were telling how it should be displayed. So I'm displaying it on the left side. So you can display it as uh, wherever you want. And if you want to display multiple charts, then you can just copy paste it below and just use another ID. So that's how you do it. So another good thing I want to talk about is that just by simply changing the this to, suppose we want a pie chart. So You can have option for 2D and 3D. So instead of column 2D, I specify pipe 3D, and then I click on refresh, save, and click on refresh. Then it will show a pie chart. So pie chart, it's better to use many colors. So we will specify multiple colors for it. So these are, you can also write white, black, or uh, but it's better to use the color codes. So you can see that it is displaying our chart pretty nicely. And also there is an export option as well. And one last thing I am going to talk about is there is a watermark over here. There is a trick to remove that as well. So what we need to do is simply create a CSS style, and inside we're going to display this. So this will magically remove the watermark. So as you can see, there is no watermark. So this is completely free to use, and you can play with it as much as you want. You can play with your queries. The only thing you need to play with is this query over here, and also change the column names over here. And that's how easily you can display charts on your websites. So I hope this helped you a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.